Okay, so I finally figured out a way to sit down and have my phone hit my face. Oh my god. I only sitting in a chair because there was a showcase for lacrosse children, high schoolers. And yeah. Oh, nice catch. Oh, he dropped it, but he got it. So I don't know why I'm doing this video. So I've hidden my I'm going to hide my channel for a bit because I'm applying to jobs, and if you don't know, I forgot what the term is, but there's a term where you can where workplaces can look data mining, is that what it is? Anyway, they just look through your data and things like that. And so I would like to be employed at some point. And obviously my channel is an extension of me, and so if it's an extension of me, it's apparently an extension of where I work. So I'm going to take the time to apply to jobs, and if I get one, I get one, and if I don't get one, I don't get one. But I don't think I'm going to reactivate it until I find a job. So, wherever that may be, I'm hoping it's in a whole nother state because I don't want to be here anymore. At all. But before I hide it, I'm going to have this video up for a week, but I want to talk about one other thing. That one other thing is, so I was watching a channel. There's a channel I really like called Opera and Preach. A lot of people probably don't like them, but I love them because they talk about things that I think are just fun, and they talk about things that I think are needed. And recently, the most recent video, well, they have two recent videos. One of them is about children who steal and fathers keeping them accountable, but we're not going to talk about that video right now. We're going to talk about the other one where Abba talks about his journey into his diagnosis of ADHD. And I found that video to be very cool. And he talked about how in that diagnosis he's learned, it's kind of like he called it, what do you call it? A mourning, where you're like looking back on your past actions and you're like, oh, maybe that's why I did that. Maybe that's an excuse for why I did that, or a reason, not an excuse, but yeah. And, oh, I know that kid. Well, I don't know him, but I've seen him before. Anyway. Yeah, so, if you do or do not know, I was going to make a huge video about this, but eventually that video got scrapped. But I got diagnosed with the autism disorder. And apparently, usually what comes with that is also ADHD, but I've not been tested for that yet. But, Anyway, ooh, looks like a cigar. No. Anyway, so I also got, anyway, so yeah, that's something that's been interesting to kind of go over, because in this way, it's also given me a mourning period per se of things that I've done or have interacted with people about, Emily being one example. I quasi worked with her, and it was always kind of annoying for me personally as to why I would talk to this individual and they wouldn't give me eye contact. However, they would still at least have a conversation kind of with me in a way. I hope they don't kill the spider that's in there. I've grown to be friends with that spider that's in that plug thing. Anyway, I should have just, if I knew that they were, oh wow, he is really good. He's gonna go D1 for sure. Anyway, so this diagnosis has allowed me to look back on some of the most recent things, and some of the past things. But I was talking about another coworker person, so Emily, that person, I was always kind of offended or upset about how I was like, why isn't this person ever looking at me when I talk to them? Sometimes, in general, it kind of felt extremely deliberate. And honestly, I'm kind of thinking it was, but I'm also just I don't know. Anyway, I hope that spider's still alive. Anywho, I have thought about that, and like maybe that's why I got really upset when this person bitched at me, but also would never look at me. I was like, am I not worth looking at as a human being? I don't know. And then also other things like stealing as a kid. I stole a lot, but I only stole one particular thing, and it only had to do with Pokemon. And I lived in a family where I was not allowed to have any of those games, so it was kind of annoying because it was like, I just want to play this fucking game. That's all I want to do. I will do my homework. I will do everything I need to as long as I get to play this game. Never got to play the game, so suffered that consequence. Or I guess, oh Jesus, I guess the thievery definitely tore apart the family, especially at a certain time. And that was not a super fun time, but yeah, it gives explanations for a lot of things. Again, still waiting to be tested for the ADHD thing, because I kind of fucked up the first test. I was like moving too much, kind of deliberately. So they couldn't really find anything, or they couldn't come to a conclusion of whether or not I had things or not. But after watching Abba's video, there are some things about it that are just like, god damn. He said something in that video specifically that I would have recognized in myself, and I'm like, holy shit. If I had had this sort of educational or mental or medical diagnosis, would I be this broke? Honestly, I doubt it. That's kind of shitty, but I don't know, better late than never, I guess. It also has kind of made me mentally think about like life in general, and like how much time. So like I have a mentor now, his name is Enrique. He's a really good guy, he's a great guy, and he's had a conversation with me as a father would with his child about like time, and he essentially talked about how he chose work over forming relationships, and you only have so much time to do things. And it was, and that's also one of the reasons why I kind of do what I do, which in terms of like this channel, like doing whatever I want. And like, of course, whatever I want doesn't involve like, violent shit, but like saying whatever I want, doing silly things, and doing dumb things financially. Because at the end of the day, you're not going to take with you what you die. Or no, you're not going to take, when you die, you're not going to take anything with you. However, I want to see if I can get that changed. If I do end up getting buried or something, I'd like to be buried with 3 things, maybe 4 things, but we're not going to go over that right now. Anyway, how much time? And so that's given me some perspective on like, I'd like to do more school, but how much, I don't know. I have time, I guess. Because the school I'd like to do is only 3 years, but the career after that can be a lifetime. So, and while I can do the work that I do now with social work, I think I would like to have more of a impact, not just through therapy, but through like other means as well. Because obviously a lot of things that impact people's lives have to do with the law, and I think I would like to make some changes, some big changes, as the Joker would say. But anyway, that's all I got. I gotta go get some chicken because I have no food to eat at home. But yeah, this video will be up for probably like another week and a half, and then I'm gonna hide my channel. So yeah, so if that's wondering where I went, that's where I went. But until I find a job, that's when I'm gonna unhide my channel, and we're gonna go from there. I have a bunch of videos that I filmed, but I might just like, if I ever get time and money, I'd like to buy a new computer, compress all the videos I've done that I haven't put up, and just do a fucking marathon of that shit. But So I got these things done, and anytime I brush on my front teeth, it like hurts really fucking bad. So that's kind of shitty. Ow, fuck. Anywho, I'm gonna go. I gotta go. I'm broke. I'm so broke. It's insane. I have negative $4 in my account. And it's gonna be like that for the next week. But yeah, I'm only hiding the channel as a precaution and nothing else. But anyway, it's been 10 minutes. I have a new favorite song, and you're gonna hear it at the end of this video. Anywho, have a good day. I'll see you when I get a job.